Okay, today I'm going to show you my terrain deck for Wyvern. Um, there's 30 cards in the Dragon Lair. I'll go over those first. Um, First, though, I want to just mention the things that I usually mention at the end. I want to say them up front. Wyvern has a Facebook page, and I post these videos in addition to my YouTube channel. I post them on the Wyvern Facebook page. So you can go there if you'd like to talk to Wyvern players. Um, I'm in Chicago, always looking for Wyvern players. Um, Feel free to leave a comment. I will gladly post a video of your deck if I have the cards. All you have to do is post your deck in the comments, and if I have all the cards, I will make a video of your deck and post it. I think there's probably one other thing too. Oh, well, there is one other thing. I'm sure you guys are into Dungeons and Dragons. I would assume you would be. I wrote a D&D story, effectively a D&D story, and self-published it on Amazon, and I narrated it here on my YouTube channel, so you can listen to it for free. There's even links to my blog where you can read it while you listen to it. There's also links to Amazon if you'd like to purchase a copy of my book. It's a big book. It's 8 by 11. It's like 540 pages long, but it's light reading. I promise you, it's light reading. The story is a fantasy story, and it's basically D&D in story form, written from the perspective of the characters as if there were no players, and this was all real. That's basically what it is. And it's a party of adventurers of 8 people who go adventuring, just like you're playing D&D, but it's just from the character's perspective. So that's the crux of the story. And I invite you to listen to it. If you'd like to, just go to my channel, click on playlists, and it's called Forestera's Fate, My D&D Story Narrated. And you can just listen to it at your leisure. It's all in a playlist. I'm currently writing book 2 and posting as I go. I just posted chapter 34 for book 2. And it's a 5-book series. So I'm going to hopefully write 1 book a year. And after that, who knows? Maybe I'll just keep writing a book a year, because D&D never ends, right? So I could just keep going, and eventually the characters will become very powerful. I'm an old school gamer, so the style of the setting will be more like what the game was, but it's D&D regardless. It's a story, so it really won't matter what edition you're into. And that's all I want to say about that. Okay, with the terrain deck, it's a really interesting deck to play. I remember I went up against it when I was playing back in the 90s. The couple times I entered a tournament at Gen Con, and I ran into a deck that was playing terrains, and it was really interesting to play him. I actually beat him, and I don't know how I did, but I think I just got lucky, because I really didn't know what I was doing at the time. This is the card that I thought I was going to keep in this deck, but I can't, because I don't know how to make this card work. So if anyone can tell me how to make this card work, I will put it back in. Chaparral is such a cool card. It's a chameleon terrain that acts as a -1 strength modifier for a terrain, but you can pay 3 gold pieces. I got to turn it over here so I can see it on my camera. I have to slide it to the right. You can pay 3 gold pieces to change it to a strength 0 dragon for the rest of the game, while attacking, his assigned strength equals the number of terrain cards in your discard pile. So when I first read that, I went, wow, that's great. But the problem is, my terrain deck is not a deck that's going to play battle actions. The only battle action cards, and again, just like a previous deck that I ran, that I made a video on, same thing. I'm running 2 Badgers. I could run 4. Maybe that would work with Chaparral, so that I can trade hands with my opponent in the battle, because I have no battle action cards in this deck. I don't think there's any. I'm pretty sure there's none. So how am I going to win with a strength 0 dragon when he attacks me? I just don't see how to make this card work. but it seems like such a cool card. I love the way it looks too. So I just wanted to mention, I've just taken it out and I've added a second scout to the deck. So let's go over this. There are 2 native terrain dragons. If you're not familiar with native terrain, basically that's why Chameleon is goes for big money on eBay. If you try to buy a Chameleon booster box, I was able to get a booster box for like $30 when the game was dead. It was dirt cheap. And that at that time, the Kingdom boxes were going for like 15 to 20. So native terrain, lake times 2. So this is a 2 strength dragon for 2 gold. But for every lake terrain, any terrain in your discard pile that says lake in it, frozen lake, lake, I think those are the only 2 I'm running. I don't know if there's a third. Adds 2 more points of strength to this dragon, and his base strength remains 2. So if I have 4 lakes in my discard pile, he's now a 10 strength dragon with a base 2 strength. So Medea's spell won't work, Power Switch won't do anything, Poison Chalice will, but that's about it. And so I'm running one of him, and then what is he called? Lacustrian. Okay, there you go. And then Miasma, which is in my other deck. I forget the name of the deck that I was running. I think it was my Dragon Slayers deck that I played this. And I also played Badger in my Dragon Slayers deck. You can check that. All my Wyvern decks are in a playlist on my channel as well, so you can check them all out. So I'm running Miasma, running Lacustrian, swamps and lakes. So terrain cards, frozen lake, 4 of them. Okay, and in when we play, if the terrain doesn't apply, we just swap the terrain out. We don't. It's not destroyed. It's swapped out. That's just our rule, and that's how we play it. Otherwise, you're going to always be swapping these things out because you don't want some 3 strength dragon to destroy your terrain. So 4 frozen lakes, 4 lake. So that's 8 terrains with lake, and then we have 8 swamp terrains. 4 swamp holes, which destroys dragons of 2 or less strength, and 4 swamps. So that's for your native terrains. Okay. The other dragons in the deck are just 4. I won't be running gold digs or mixed quaddles in this deck, which is for generating gold. Hopefully that is not something I'll need. Can the focus come in at any point? There it is. So 1 Lambton Wurm. I've talked about these guys in my other videos. I'm not going to talk about them again. Lambton Wurm's great. 1 Basilisk. These cards are just automatics in every deck I run, even terrain decks. 2 scouts simply because I need to destroy their terrains. That's like the one issue that I have. So hopefully 2 scouts is all I need. Hopefully. Maybe not. Maybe I need 4. But Delphyne and Moghur. Moghur seems like the optimum scout to put in this deck. The gold cost shouldn't be an issue, and possibly I can take out 2 or even 3 terrains. Who knows? 2 islands to steal their flying dragons seems like a no-brainer to me. And then 2 hurricanes to kill any flying dragon. Just 2 of each, and then 4 pits. So lots of killer terrains to destroy their dragons. And that's pretty much my terrain deck. Now, I'm open to suggestions. If anybody would like to leave a comment, what would you do differently? Now, the treasure hoard deck is, this is an interesting build. I don't know if this is the right build, but this is what I currently have. I need to stop their scouts. Scouts will destroy my deck. I have to destroy scouts. I don't care about their dragons. And I need, obviously, to take out their terrains. So scouts are the only problem, and that's what this deck really focuses on. So I'm running 3 Adonis. Place Adonis on a face-up scout. This dragon is no longer a scout and loses all special abilities as long as Adonis is on the dragon. Discard Adonis if the dragon is turned face down. So that's the only way they can get rid of it. I'm running 3. I don't know if I should run 2 or 4. I'm going with 3. I'm running 4 Seths because Seth will destroy their terrain, or it will turn up their dragon, which I don't care about. it doesn't matter to me. I don't mind, unless it's a scout, of course. But then hopefully I can do this and kill their darn scout. I'm running, I don't know if I should run 4 Beowulfs or if I should just run 3 or even 2. But for now, it's 4 to take out their scouts. The only dragon I care about are scouts. And I'm running 4 apes, 2 strength interceptors. This is a one possible way to beat their scout who is about to destroy me. I can send in an ape and hope to beat it. I don't know if that's a good play or not. This is another tricky card. Don't know if this is going to be good. I've never actually played this deck with its current form. And I've always struggled to play terrain decks well. Place face down under one of your terrain cards. If a scout destroys the terrain card, the scout loses the ability to scout and any other special ability on the card. I'm running 4 of those. Just drop them on my terrains. But of course, that's going to be a signal to the opponent if they play me multiple times. Oh, that's a terrain. So that's one issue. So 2 badgers, just as one way to win a battle. If I get into it, it's the only shot. Now, to really flood my discard pile with terrains, battle action. Exchange one of your dragons in this battle, because I am going to get into a battle with dragons at some point. So I'm running 2, but only 2 because there's only like 6 dragons in the deck. Exchange it with the top card of the Dragon Lair draw pile. If you draw terrain, discard it and draw again. If it is a dragon, you must pay for it normally. This could end up putting 4, 5, 6, 7 terrains at a time. It could just put 1. You could just get unlucky. So I don't know if I should run more of those. Running 4 Sirens, simply to force my opponent to attack. Because I want my opponent to attack, obviously, and hit my terrains. That's kind of the idea of the deck. So 4 Sirens. Well, you can see what it does. Well, I'll read it. Play during opponent's turn. Opponent must attack with a face-down dragon if possible. If he can't attack with a face-down dragon, he must replace a card in his battlefield. So 4 of those. 4 Freya, because as an action, I can immediately exchange any dragon. Let me get this. Yeah, you guys can read it. Face down any dragon or face down terrain in your battlefield with the top card of your Dragon Lair draw pile. It's just another way to get cards in the discard pile, build up my native terrain dragons, and win that way, which is obviously a way that you have to have alternatives. You can't just hope to kill them with terrains. Probably is very unlikely. Not sure if I need to run 4 Zeus, but it's a way to stop their scouts from attacking. So I'm running 4. 1 Volcanic Eruption every deck, because it gets back a card. 4 Meteor Showers every deck, because it's the best card draw card in the game as far as I'm concerned. 4 Turn the Tables, again, forces them to attack. I decide which card gets attacked, so Turn the Tables is excellent. I'll let it hold it there so you can see what it says. Really good card. And just 2 Whirlpools. I could take out certain cards and run 4 Whirlpools to give me more card draw. And obviously I'm not running Apollo because I'm less likely to get into battles with this deck. I will get into battles. I have 2 native terrain dragons. There's that. And I have my scouts. So, but that's it. There's no other way. I really want this. I really want this in the deck. But how do I win when they attack me and my dragon, I pay 3 gold, now it's a 0 strength dragon? How do I win that battle? I mean, even if a scout attacks, it's 0 to 0, I'm losing. I have no strength modifiers. I have no battle actions in my deck. And I really, really think this is such a cool card. But unfortunately, I had to take it out. I realized, I'm like, oh, how did I not realize that? It won't work in the deck. So that's my terrain deck. I hope you enjoyed watching it. I hope you check out my D&D story and leave a comment in my introductory video where it's basically my introductory video. What I'm going to do if I ever play D&D again with a group of players is I'm going to play that video for them to begin my campaign. Because I'll probably run a campaign similar to the campaign that is my book. Very similar. That's basically all I want to say about that. All right, I'm rambling. I hope you enjoyed my video, and hopefully I'll make another one soon. Take care.